Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to get set up to handle the first homework assignment, homework 0. To make it really clear off the bat, homework 0 is not worth any points. However, everybody should do it because this is how you make sure that you know how to submit homeworks via Mimir, which is going to be how you're going to submit all the homeworks henceforth. The whole point of this assignment is if there are any problems, you can ask us on a homework that it doesn't matter on, so that you don't have trouble with homework 1, which is actually worth points, and there is no late period for homework 1. The whole point is we're going to have technical difficulties on homework 0, hopefully none at all, but if there are any technical difficulties, we're going to have them on homework 0 and not homework 1. Okay, so how do you get to homework 0? Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to log into D2L. And then in D2L, there should be a little spot in the content browser. Yours may be slightly different because I'm the instructor for the course. But in the content browser, there should be a little folder here for Mimir. And if you click on that, you should get this little link to the Mimir platform. And I'm going to click on that, and it's going to open this page. Here, I'll make it view it as a student, so it looks a little bit more like yours. And there will be this homework 0 here. And so if you click on that, what this will do is this is your homework assignment. Now, each homework, and you can check the syllabus video or read the syllabus itself, every homework is going to be due on Thursday at 10 p.m., as is this homework. This homework is due the Thursday of the first week of class, so of course you can get started on it earlier if you like. Okay, so homeworks will consist mostly of multiple choice questions like this, as well as coding sections like this. You can select different answers, and make sure that you click save to save your work, so that before closing the tab, because it won't auto-save for you. And one really nice thing about Mimir, especially for homeworks, is that you're able to basically just type code right here. So here I say, write the following coding problems are meant to refresh your Python chops. So there's a couple coding problems here. And these are meant for you to practice a little bit of Python. This is a sort of level of Python that I expect you to know coming into this course. And if you're having trouble answering any of these in homework 0, you really need to, before the class starts or as soon as possible, refresh your Python knowledge. And if you haven't ever learned Python, for instance, if you transferred in and didn't take CSE480, well, that is something that you need to rectify as soon as possible. Now, you don't have to take 231 right now, but what you can do is go to python.org, read through some Python tutorials, make sure that you're comfortable with strings, dictionaries, functions, classes in Python, because you're not going to have time to learn that on the fly. You're going to be instead struggling with how to actually solve the projects. So if you're having trouble with the language, perhaps this isn't the class for you if you don't have time to actually learn Python before coming in. Okay, so some of these programs, like for this one, it says write a program that prints hello world. Well, how do you go about solving this? Well, that's not too hard. It is Python 3.6. So you say print, and it does nice color syntax, hello world, and does it have an exclamation point? It does. And so I can click save and run the tests. And I can see, hey, I passed the test case. And I can even click on this and get information about, what was the input? Well, there was none in this case. What did my code output? What was the correct output? Was there any differences between my code's output and the correct output, and so forth? So, if I forgot the exclamation point and I clicked save and run the test, it would say I failed the test case, and you can see here it's saying, hey, your output doesn't have an exclamation point. And in fact, it has a nice little diff here for you to see the difference between these two. Okay, so there are also other types of questions. For instance, this question, I'm not asking you to do any printing or any reading in values or things like that. I'm just asking for you to write a function that does something. And that these test cases here, so here, let's just save and run the tests, and I'll fail all of them. These test cases, what they do is they actually run your function. So here I say, I expect the answer to be databases, exclamation, exclamation point. When I call your function make exciting with databases and the number 2, I save the string and it gives me back. I print out what that string is, and then I assert that the expected, this variable, should be the same thing as this variable. If it's not, the test fails, and it'll tell you why. All right, so good luck on homework 0. If you have any questions or need help, well, you can ask the folks at Mimir with this little intercom button. You can also look at the help from Mimir as to how to turn in these things. The other thing to note, and I should mention it right now, when you go to Mimir, Mimir is going to cost you $25 for the semester. However, you don't need to pay that $25 until 2 weeks after logging into Mimir for the first time. So if you're taking this class and you're considering possibly dropping it, it's fine. Log into Mimir, keep using it, and if you drop the class, you can just tell Mimir you don't want to pay the $25 and they won't have a problem. The other thing that I should mention is one other project, and there's another video called Project Zero. That's how the first project works. There's a little project here that will never be due. It ends after the semester is over, which you can use if you ever need to access the IDE. And so after watching this video, I recommend taking a look at the other videos for week 1, and especially the video on Project Zero. Well, where are these videos located? Well, if you go to the course website, which is located here at csc.msu.edu/CSE480, you can see various information as well as the schedule, and the schedule will have links to the videos for the first week of class, as well as to Project Zero, and Project Zero is also on Mimir, but this video walks you through those details. Okay, so what I strongly recommend, before the class even starts, as soon as possible, I recommend getting started on Homework Zero and making sure you're comfortable enough with Python, because before the semester starts is the best time to say, I'm going to spend a few hours or a weekend or something making sure that I'm comfortable with Python, because we're going to be just jumping in and getting going, and I'm going to expect you to be proficient with the language, as proficient as you were when you finished CSE480. Okay, with that, good luck and goodbye.